World AIDS Day was first observed in 1988 on December the 1st, and in the 31 years since, many organizations and individuals across the world have brought attention to the HIV epidemic on that day and year-round. A local organization, iDeserve Inc., is one of those organizations this year bringing knowledge and awareness about HIV and speaking out against the stigma through a virtual conference.
Well, every year, iDeserve hosts a virtual conference. Now that I think about it, I guess we're kind of ahead of the pandemic curve. But we host the conference every year virtually, and it's iDeserve whatever that year is. So this year is iDeserve 2020. And our focus for this year is World AIDS Day. And so we titled the conference iDeserve 2020, A Better Tomorrow Today. We'll basically be focusing on HIV and AIDS and the World Health Organization / the CDC as well, their goal to end the epidemic by 2030. We're going to discuss whether or not that's possible, what hope is there of ending such a virus and finding a vaccine, and really getting everybody into care that needs to be into care and beating this thing. Do we have that hope? Is it possible? So we're going to converse about all of those things, and then we'll also do the normal things that we do at every one of our virtual conferences.
This is a fitting time for Battle and his organization to use this as the focus of their conference. According to HIV.gov, this year's overall theme is Ending the HIV Epidemic, a Plan for America. The goal is to reduce new HIV infections by 75% by 2025 and down by 90% by 2030. Battle saw a need through his organization to raise awareness. Each year since 2014, iDeserve Inc. has focused on some form of mental health and wellness, and this year is no different.
Well, in 2016, iDeserve developed I guess you could call it an advisory board of sorts, called the Pastors Roundtable. And we got together and we discussed how we could better serve the congregants of our different churches and the community members. We noticed that we did tons of service as it pertained to cancer, and tons of service as it pertained to domestic violence and mental health, physical fitness, and all of those things. And each one of those things needs their focus. But we realized that quite a few of our congregants who are HIV positive were being neglected. Their needs were not necessarily met in ways that we could actually help, simply because most of the pastors involved didn't have very much knowledge in that regard. And so we started a curriculum specifically aimed at encouraging education and enlightenment as it pertains to sexual health, because that's not something you get a lot of information regarding in church. Plus, I myself am HIV positive, and as the founder of iDeserve, I really thought it made sense for me to minister to a community that I am not only aware of, but am a part of. And so this year we decided our entire conference is going to be focused on that thing, with us being at that 10-year mark, I guess 10 years away from the goal of ending the epidemic by 2030.
More than 700,000 American lives have been lost to HIV since 1981, and more than 1.1 million Americans are infected. According to the Georgia Department of Public Health, Chatham County has more than 1,900 people living with HIV as of November of 2019.
The HIV team here is amazing. Second to none. And so we're really excited to be able to work with some of their members, some of their prevention team members. We'll be able to talk about things like the clinical trials that are featured here in this district. The Coastal Health District is a part of those clinical trials. We'll discuss that and the impact on the community right here. So we're really excited about that.
According to HIV.gov, there is a risk of an HIV resurgence due to several factors, including a lack of access to HIV prevention, testing, and a lack of awareness. Things that Battle's conference want to address with the help of local and national health professionals talking about prevention and more.
Every day that week at 7 a.m. and at 9 a.m., TB Fitness here in Savannah will be providing us with a 5 to 10 minute physical fitness session where you'll get training virtually, and we are so excited about that. We'll also have some awesome thought leaders, Captain Trump and Blackberry, who will be presenting. He just got finished presenting with the Georgia Department of Public Health for one of their public health conferences, and he'll be also bringing that subject matter to us. Gwen Davis, who will be providing us with yoga instruction, and will also be providing us with an amazing talk surrounding eye visibility and the impact on HIV numbers and such. And so we'll be able to have that conversation. I myself, G. Allen, will be speaking. We've got some of the public health professionals here in the Coastal Health District in Savannah who will be working with us as well. We're really excited about that.
Ahead of the virtual conference, the organization will host a free HIV testing event on November the 19th and the 20th at Victory North on Whitaker Street in Savannah, Georgia. All of this information and more can be found at gallenbattle.org, and they're looking for sponsors as well.
Yes, we are absolutely looking for sponsors. Thank you very much. We are currently partnered with a local production company by the name of Carmack Productions. We've also partnered with Public Research Inc., as well as Go Live Productions, better known as God's Opportunities radio and television broadcast. We've also partnered with Salah Production and Design, and lastly, Bath Productions. So we are just really excited about this event, and we look forward to your sponsorship as well.
The virtual conference will be November the 29th through December the 5th and is free, but registration is required. And you can register today at gallenbattle.org. This is Kareem McMichael reporting.